赤いマフラーちぎれるほどに感謝飛ばせばスカートするで俺は乾いた暴れ者ちょっかい
So Shiryu,
Yes.
so we know each other since maybe 10 years or something
Yeah.
like that, né?
Yes.
So this interview, I know everything about
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
I don't know to know, but I want my friend to know
Yes.
about you, so
Okay.
we're gonna talk about that.
Okay, buddy.
Okay, so when did you start tattooing, Shiryu? And how does it start?
1997.
Yeah, 1997. Okay. 1996. So, and where did you start? In Niigata or Tokyo?
Niigata.
Niigata.
But I went.
You go?
I go 1 month, one time. My master's.
Yeah. Who was your master?
Studio, Tokyo.
Yeah. Who was?
Ryu-san. No, Ryu-shi. Now Ryu-shi.
Now
Before
is
Horiryu.
Horiryu, after Ryu, and now Ryushi.
Ryushi.
Okay.
Yes, now
I mean,
it's a-
he's the same person, but he changed different names.
Yes.
Before he was Horiryu, and then he became just Ryu
Ryu.
because he stopped
Yeah.
his old family. And then now he's apprentice of a painter, right?
Yes, is Kaname Ozuma.
Kaname Ozuma painter, like
Like-
this painting. You learn with Ryu-san in 1996, 1997, during 1996, 1997. Yeah. How long was your apprenticeship with Ryu-san?
My guess is very short. 1 year.
And then you start, after 1 year, you start to tattoo customers.
Yes.
And, yeah. And this was happening in Tokyo, right? Yeah. So you were both punk rockers, né?
Yeah.
Yeah. You you were playing drama in a punk
Yes.
rock band. And how did you met Ryu?
When I play band
Yeah.
and I want to get tattoo, and my friend went
To Ryu.
Horiryu.
Yeah.
So
You
He-
see his works.
introduce.
You to.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And so you met him and you get tattooed.
Yes.
And after.
After I would learn.
Yeah. Tattooing.
But I like him, so
Yeah. You want to learn
You
from
choose
him.
him,
You choose him as your master. The period when you started tattooing, you was interested in Japanese tattooing or in Western?
Western tattoo and half Japanese tattoo. Because when I began tattooing, I don't know Japanese style and I know, but I don't know deeper.
What kind of tattoos did you like at that time?
Philip Blue and Mick.
Yeah, like-
shadows.
We can say like a new school Japanese or Western Japanese
Yes.
style. And then what happened? You go deeper into your research.
I books and I went Switzerland. And,
Yeah.
many countries.
Yeah, you travel a lot,
Yeah.
you mean. And was it good for you to travel to see Europe?
Yes, because I don't know Japanese style tattoo before. I understand because when I went
When you went to
Trip.
Europe?
Europe, so I met Europe tattooist and Europe tattooist don't know Japanese style and
They don't know Japanese culture.
yes.
Yeah.
So I learn more Japanese.
Yeah,
style.
because you see there was an interest, maybe.
Yes, and if outside overseas Japan, I can look
Look, yeah.
Japan.
Yeah. From outside.
Yes,
This is
yes.
what you mean. From outside Japan, you have seen your
Yes,
country
yes.
and your tradition, etc. And so when you came back to Japan, you were more interested in Japanese tattooing and things.
Yes.
That's interesting.
バカなやつらに
And you've been overall in Europe, right? Where have you been? Where have you traveled? Europe and in Australia?
Is recently.
Yeah, recently you've been to Australia. So,
But many Europe.
yeah, mostly in Europe.
Yes, because have a culture and
There's history
Yes,
and
history.
yeah, you were interested by Europe
Yes.
primarily.
Yeah.
So when you have been in Europe, how did you see tattoo scene in Europe? Tattoo scene, we don't care, but like tattooers and
to convention.
yeah, you've been at tattoo conventions.
Yes, I met many tattooists and I talk many times.
And you make friends there.
Yep,
Yeah, like Sasha
Yes.
from Primitive Abstract and then
and you
and Steffi and how was for you, because you know here in Japan the traditional apprenticeship is very strict. You know, you have to be like very
Yes.
etiquette to keep a very
Maybe after you can explain
when,
more
yeah
about
yeah after we're
this.
gonna talk about that. But when you come to Europe and you see how it is in Europe, how did you feel about that?
soft.
Yeah,
First,
it's a soft learning for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
First impression.
And Japan is impossible to get information for tattooing.
Yeah, like if you ask, nobody answers.
Yes,
Yeah.
but when I went to Europe,
Yeah,
people tattooists
No.
give information.
give
Yeah,
information.
yeah,
So
okay.
they-
In Japan, this doesn't happen,
Yes.
right? Because, for example, when you learn as a deishi, as an apprentice,
Yeah,
your master doesn't teach you directly, right? Is that right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, but just look.
You just look, right? This is what you tell me. Like you sit in a corner
Yeah.
and you look what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the way you learn tattooing, right? And what about doing the needles and these things? Does he show you how to do the needles?
Yes, first show one time.
After
After just look.
okay. So he shows you how to make needle, so you make needle probably for
Yeah.
him, and after you just look and try. Where did you try your first time? Yourself. Yeah, that's not that common
Yeah.
nowadays.
Yeah,
You know, me, I'm the same, but
Yes.
and so why you think you have to try on yourself?
Just learn.
Yeah, it's just to learn what happens.
Yes, but normally, not normally, but now, many tattooers start to tattoo friends or sometimes customer.
Ah,
You know.
yes. And
So for us, for example, it's important to
First-
start.
is my leg. And after friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's important.